You're watching the news on Bahrain International. I'm Hamid Shaban. Good evening. His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa received today at his residence in Abu Dhabi the President of the UAE, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan, in the presence of the representative of His Majesty the King for Humanitarian Work and Youth Affairs, National Security Advisor and Commander of the Royal Guard, Lieutenant General His Highness Sheikh Nasser bin Hamad Al Khalifa, and the Commander of the Royal Guard Special Force, First Vice President of the Supreme Council for Youth and Sports, President of the General Sports Authority and President of the Bahrain Olympic Committee, Staff Colonel His Highness Sheikh Khalid bin Hamad Al Khalifa. His Majesty the King welcomed his brother, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan, the President of the UAE, expressing his thanks and appreciation to His Highness for his kind visit, wishing him abundant health, happiness and continued success. During the meeting, cordial conversations were exchanged that expressed the strength of the deep-rooted fraternal bonds that unite the UAE and the Kingdom of Bahrain and their people, wishing further security, stability and prosperity for the two nations. His Majesty praised the specificity of the well-established fraternal relations between the two brotherly countries, which constitute a distinguished model and an example to be followed for the relationship between the brothers who are bound by bonds of brotherhood and the unity of visions, positions and common destiny. His Majesty expressed his sincere wishes to the UAE and its brotherly people for continued progress under its wise leadership. During the meeting, His Majesty the King and his brother, His Highness the President of the UAE, affirmed their keenness to continue the approach of brotherly consultation for the benefit of their people, and they exchanged views on a number of issues of mutual interest. The meeting also dealt with aspects of joint action and ways to support it in all areas that are consistent with development efforts and contribute to achieving the aspirations of the peoples of the two countries and their common interests based on the strong fraternal ties that unite them. The meeting was attended by the UAE Vice President, Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of the Presidential Court, His Highness Sheikh Mansour bin Zayed Al Nahyan, Crown Prince of Abu Dhabi, His Highness Sheikh Khalid bin Hamad bin Zayed Al Nahyan, His Highness Sheikh Diab bin Hamad bin Zayed Al Nahyan, His Highness Sheikh Hamdan bin Hamad bin Zayed Al Nahyan, an advisor for special affairs at the Presidential Court, Sheikh Mohammed bin Hamad bin Tahnoon Al Nahyan, the Minister of the Royal Court, Sheikh Khalid bin Ahmed Al Khalifa, advisor to His Majesty the King for Diplomatic Affairs, Sheikh Khalid bin Ahmed bin Hamad Al Khalifa, and senior officials in the Kingdom. His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa, the Honorary President of the Royal Humanitarian Foundation, the RHF, ordered the distribution of Eid al-Adha clothing for all RHF registered widows and orphans. His Majesty the King requested the RHF, led by a representative of His Majesty the King for Humanitarian Work and Youth Affairs, His Highness Sheikh Nasser bin Hamad Al Khalifa, to oversee and follow up on the deployal of the kiswa to all beneficiaries. On the occasion, His Highness Sheikh Nasser extended deepest congratulations and best wishes to His Majesty the King on Eid al-Adha, praying to Allah the Almighty to bless His Majesty with good health and well-being and to protect Bahrain and its people. His Highness Sheikh Nasser also extended his sincere thanks and appreciation to His Majesty the King for his fatherly care for the RHF-sponsored families and keenness to share the joy of Eid al-Adha with them, praising the royal contestant directives to provide those families with all requirements of decent living. RHF Secretary General Dr. Mustafa Sayyid extended heartfelt congratulations to His Majesty the King and His Highness Sheikh Nasser on Eid al-Adha. He affirmed His Majesty the King's unwavering interest in the citizens on all occasions, citing the royal directives to provide all services to the citizens, especially the RHF registered ones, under various circumstances. His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa sent a cable of congratulations to the chairman and board members of the Manama Club on winning the inaugural FIBA West Asia Super League. In the cable, His Majesty the King praised the performance of the players during the championship, commending the efforts of the technical and administrative staff, which enabled the team to achieve this title deservedly. His Majesty the King sent a similar cable of congratulations to the chairman and board members, technical and administrative staff and players of the Al Najma Club on winning the 25th Asian Handball Club Championship. His Majesty the King praised the players' performance and hailed the trophy, which enriches Bahrain's handball and basketball achievements. He also commended strong-willed Bahrainis who show their ability to compete and win in different sporting events, wishing all national clubs every success. His Majesty the King's representative for Humanitarian Work and Youth Affairs, His Highness Sheikh Nasser bin Hamad Al Khalifa, expressed his delight at the achievement of Manama Club, which won the inaugural FIBA West Asia Super League after beating Al Kuwait team of Kuwait in the final, which was held in Dubai. His Highness indicated that the team deserved the title due to its outstanding performance throughout the tournament. His Highness Sheikh Nasser bin Hamad affirmed that this historic achievement of Bahraini basketball is an extension of the achievements achieved by Bahraini sports in foreign forums during the prosperous era of His Majesty the King and the continued support of His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister. He hailed the achievements in the prosperous era of His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa with the support of His Royal Highness Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, the Crown Prince and Prime Minister. His Highness hailed the initiative of the first Deputy Chairman of the Supreme Council for Youth and Sports, Chairman of the General Sports Authority and President of the Bahrain Olympic Committee, His Highness Sheikh Khalid bin Hamad Al Khalifa, who directed to provide a special plane to transport Bahraini spectators to support the Manama Basketball Club team in the final of the inaugural West Asia Super League. His Highness expressed his sincere congratulations and the congratulations to the President and members of Manama Club for achieving the Asian title, praising the heroic performance of the players throughout the tournament, wishing the team continued success. His Highness Sheikh Nasser bin Hamad also congratulated the chairman and board members of the Manama Club on winning the trophy. The first Deputy President of the Supreme Council for Youth and Sports, President of the General Sports Authority, President of the Bahrain Olympic Committee, His Highness Sheikh Khalid bin Hamad Al Khalifa, witnessed the West Asian Basketball Super League final, which was held in Dubai, the UAE, and ended with Manama winning the historic title after defeating Kuwait. On this occasion, His Highness Sheikh Khalid bin Hamad extended congratulations to His Majesty and to His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister, and to the representative of His Majesty the King for Humanitarian Works and Youth Affairs, Chairman of the Supreme Council for Youth and Sports, His Highness Sheikh Nasser bin Hamad Al Khalifa. He hailed the achievement of Manama, which clinched the inaugural FIBA West Asia Super League WASL and booked a berth in the Asian Clubs Championship for the first time in its history. He congratulated Manama board members led by Chairman Yusuf Zaman, praising the dedicated efforts of the players, technical and administrative staff, which ensured Bahrain a historic achievement. The Speaker of the Representatives Council, Ahmed bin Salman Al Msallam, sent a cable of congratulations to the representative of His Majesty the King for Humanitarian Works and Youth Affairs and Chairman of the Board of Trustees of the Royal Humanitarian Foundation, His Highness Sheikh Nasser bin Hamad Al Khalifa, on the occasion of the Royal Humanitarian Foundation winning the ISESCO Sheikh Hamdan Award bin Rashid Al Maktoum to volunteer in the development of educational facilities in the countries of the Islamic world. Al Msallam stressed that this high achievement is a translation of the royal high patronage from His Majesty the King for humanitarian work according to a pioneering developmental and educational vision. The Speaker of the Representatives Council added that this distinguished achievement reflects the efforts of the esteemed government headed by His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister for the support and attention it attaches to the relief and humanitarian efforts provided by the Kingdom to the people affected by disasters and crises. For his part, the Shura Council Chairman Ali bin Saleh Al Saleh sent a cable of congratulations to the representative of His Majesty the King for Humanitarian Works and Youth Affairs, Chairman of the Board of Trustees of the Royal Humanitarian Foundation, His Highness Sheikh Nasser bin Hamad Al Khalifa, on the occasion of the RHF's winning the ISESCO Sheikh Hamdan Award bin Rashid Al Maktoum to volunteer in the development of educational facilities in the countries of the Islamic world. The Shura Council Chairman affirmed that the Foundation's winning of the award is a great achievement that came as a translation of the royal high approach of His Majesty the King in supporting and assisting the educational aspect in charitable and humanitarian work, as it reflects the extent of the Kingdom's keenness in establishing many educational projects, raising the quality of education and increasing the level of enlightenment and education in the societies of the Islamic world. He indicated that the Kingdom of Bahrain, thanks to the unlimited support of the wise leadership of His Majesty the King and the interest and follow-up of His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister, will remain an oasis and a beacon for charitable and humanitarian work and a kingdom supportive of giving. His Majesty the King's personal representative for Humanitarian Work and Youth Affairs, Board of Trustees Chairman of the Royal Humanitarian Foundation, His Highness Sheikh Nasser bin Hamad Al Khalifa, affirmed that charitable work in Bahrain emanates from the vision of His Majesty the King, the Honorary President of the Royal Humanitarian Foundation, and his constant directives to extend a helping hand to those in need in various countries of the world, hailing the support of His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister to humanitarian and charitable work. This came as the Royal Humanitarian Foundation was awarded the Hamdan ISESCO Prize for voluntary development of educational facilities in the Islamic world. His Highness Sheikh Nasser stressed that this achievement reflects the keenness of His Majesty the King on the educational aspect of charitable and humanitarian work in Bahrain and reflects the vast relief and humanitarian aid it offers to people around the world. He highlighted Bahrain's efforts in the establishment of many educational projects, raising the quality of education and raising awareness in countries of the Islamic world, praising the contribution of the honorable Bahraini people to the humanitarian work carried out by the foundation. During the awarding ceremony held in the the Moroccan capital Rabat, the Supreme President of the Hamdan bin Rashid Al Maktoum Foundation for Distinguished Academic Performance, His Highness Sheikh Rashid bin Hamdan Al Maktoum, and the Director General of the Islamic World Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization, Dr. Salim Al Malik, presented the Hamdan ISESCO Award for Voluntary Development of Education Facilities in the Islamic World to the RHF Secretary General, Dr. Mustafa Sayyid. Dr. Sayyid extended sincere thanks and appreciation to His Majesty the King for his fatherly care for the RHF, praising the unlimited support of His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister, and commending His Highness Sheikh Nasser's efforts in leading the charitable and humanitarian efforts of the foundation. The Minister of Labour, Jamil bin Mohammed Ali Hamdan, affirmed that the Bahraini cadres working in the financial and banking sector have proven their distinction and high capabilities across various technical and leadership positions, thanks to their extensive and proven experience at regional and international levels. This came during his visit to the headquarters of the National Bank of Kuwait in the Kingdom of Bahrain, where he praised the pioneering standing of the banking and financial sector in the kingdom and its role in promoting comprehensive development. The minister affirmed the government's commitment to accelerating the employment of citizens by launching various initiatives within the framework of national efforts aimed at reinforcing Bahrainization. In addition to offering incentives to graduates and providing support packages for establishments that integrate Bahraini human resources into various jobs and specializations. The Justice, Islamic Affairs and Waqf Minister, Chairman of the High Committee of Hajj and Umrah Affairs, Nawaf bin Mohammed Al Maouda, hailed the care and unlimited support of His Majesty the King and the follow-up of His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister to ensure that all services and facilitations are provided to Bahraini pilgrims. The Minister praised the care of the custodian of the two holy mosques, King Salman bin Abdul Aziz Al Saud, and His Royal Highness Prince Mohammed bin Salman bin Abdul Aziz Al Saud, the Crown Prince and Prime Minister, in serving the pilgrims and providing them with all facilities to perform their Hajj rituals easily and comfortably. This came as he bid farewell to the first batch of Bahraini pilgrims heading to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia via Bahrain International Airport in the presence of the head of Bahrain Hajj delegation, Sheikh Adnan bin Abdullah Al Gattan. The minister expressed thanks and appreciation to Bahrain Airport Company for serving Bahraini pilgrims and facilitating their procedures. He affirmed that Bahraini Hajj mission, which includes national cadres from several ministries and authorities, is available around the clock to provide assistance to Bahraini Hajj operators during the pilgrimage season and ensure the well-being of Bahraini pilgrims and their safe return. Sustainable Development Minister Noor bint Ali Al Khlaif affirmed the strength of the deep-rooted Bahraini-UAE relations at all levels, stressing the need to continue broadening bilateral cooperation to achieve the highest levels of integration between both countries. This is in light of the support of His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa and UAE President His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan. The minister made these statements while meeting a number of chairpersons and vice-chairpersons of the Global Councils on Sustainable Development Goals. The minister was briefed about the Global Council on SDGs work mechanisms, goals and achievements over the past years. Al Khlaif commended the pivotal role played by the UAE in leading the global efforts to achieve SDGs in the 2030 agenda, citing its initiative to launch the Global Councils on SDGs in cooperation with the UN. She underlined the importance of expanding cooperation among the GCC to take full advantage of their expertise and build their capacities, which will support the goals of the kingdom's comprehensive development process. The Interior Ministry has won the first position in the International Pace Sticking Championship, which was organized by the British Royal College Sandhurst with the participation of 19 teams. This is the 10th time since the team started participating in the tournament in 2009. The Kingdom of Bahrain also won the award for the best captain of the 2023 team in the tournament. Marking the occasion, the Commandant of the Royal Academy of Police praised the support and patronage of the Minister of Interior, noting at the same time the follow-up of the Chief of Public Security, congratulating the Ministry for the accomplishment that reflected the support provided to the team. The Housing and Urban Planning Ministry announced that 30% of the Sahel housing project units were booked during the first day of the second Housing Finance Exhibition. The ministry revealed that over 2,000 citizens had visited the exhibition on its first day, and a large number of housing units were booked by citizens who meet the eligibility criteria. The ministry pointed to the participating banks, which provided exclusive offers to help citizens choose housing units. The Bahrain Teachers College has played an important and active role over the past years in training and preparing teachers by developing their competencies in priority areas to raise the quality of learning outcomes. The college contributed to providing the labor market with a group of teachers to contribute to preparing a generation capable of creativity, innovation and participation in the renaissance and development of the country in its present and future in various fields. As education changes with the increased use of technology, the Bahrain Teachers College leads the way with the integration and use of technology in the classroom and how to enable students to gain a better education through using technology. Founded in 2008, Bahrain Teachers College is central to the economic vision of the country. Drawing on international best practice and research-based instructional strategies, Bahrain Teachers College offers training to new and experienced educators and contributing to the economic transformation of the kingdom. The Ministry of Municipalities Affairs and Agriculture announced that the capital municipality and Bahrain northern and southern municipalities have maintained and developed 82 sites during the period from January to April of 2023. The ministry stated in a report that it seeks to raise the level of municipal service to the highest levels of quality. The ministry said that maintenance of public utilities is among its priorities, explaining that the capital has implemented 19 projects for the maintenance and development of walkways, parks and public restrooms in various regions of the capital governorate. Bahrain municipality has also implemented 14 projects for the maintenance and development of walkways and gardens, the delivery of treated water and the development of irrigation networks, in addition to the establishment of new gardens. The northern municipality rehabilitated 27 facilities, including parks, coasts, walkways, open squares and streets, and the southern region municipality has developed 22 public utilities in various regions of the governorate. Bahrain Tender Board announced signing a Memorandum of Understanding with Bahrain Development Bank, the BDB, to support small and medium enterprises and purchasing guarantees. The MOU comes as part of a second package of initiatives aimed at supporting SMEs and in line with the updated strategy of the SMEs Development Board. It stipulates that the bank provides facilities for small and medium-sized companies that intend to participate in government tenders and auctions by reducing the cost of issuing the initial bond in order to encourage their participation in government tenders. The memorandum was signed by Tender Board Secretary General Jamal Abdulaziz Al-Alawi and BDB Chief Executive Officer Dalal Ahmed Al-Qais. The Ministry of Information won the Silver Award for the radio program Nahyiha Li Nahya, We Revive It So That We Can Live, in the category of health programs as part of the activities of the 23rd edition of Arab States Broadcasting Union, the ASBU Radio and Television Festival, which concluded in Tunisia. The winning radio program was produced by Information Ministry, presented by Ala Al-Banna and directed by Sabr Al-Said.
إلى برنامج نحييها لتحيا، وهو من إنتاج وزارة الإعلام في البحرين.
البحرين، من المغرب إلى البحرين نحتفل هذا المساء